Hello, real estate professionals. Today we're here to talk about taking a listing, and these are 10 don'ts. So, the first thing you don't do is show up late. When you're at a listing appointment, you want to make sure you're on time. And then when you get there, you want to ask the homeowner, is it okay for me to wear my shoes in, or should I take them off? A lot of people have new carpet, new floors, and they don't want you walking all over the floors with your dirty shoes. So, I would say that's number one. Number two, don't make assumptions or judgment calls on the decor or the type of style home they have, or if their cabinets are painted black instead of red or white or whatever color you prefer, because looks are very subjective, just like the type of person you're looking for, the type of car you're looking for might be completely different from what somebody else deems beautiful or nice. So just because you don't like black cabinets doesn't mean there isn't a buyer for that black cabinet. So the thing about it is you have to always remember that whatever isn't broken may not need replacing because there's a buyer for every house. So for example, if the plumbing's broken and it's leaking all over the floor, then obviously that's something you're going to want to tell the seller that if it's broken, please fix it. But don't make judgment calls about any of the type of furniture or decor or the way the house is set up. That's just a no-no. Number three, don't talk about you. You're there to take a listing. You want to make sure that you talk about all of the key points to do with the house and what you can do to sell that house. They don't want to hear about your personal life or the fact that you don't have enough gas to get to the appointment and home and blah blah blah. Whatever it is, it might not be that. It just might be you're having a bad day, but they don't want to hear about it. So just make sure you stick to the facts. The next thing is don't ask them any personal questions. That's a no-no. You want to make sure you stick to the facts. And four, don't talk about anybody else or any professionals. So if they say I'm going to have three real estate professionals in to give me quotes on what they think my property might sell for, or give me suggestions for what my property might sell for, then you need to say, great, I'm all for that, and I just want to show you what I can do for you and just make you shine, above everybody else. And if they mention another realtor's name, you let it go. Whether or not you know that realtor, you don't know that realtor, whatever it is, you let it go. You don't talk about other realtors. And the next one, be prepared. Be prepared. Make sure you have the proper disclosures for your state. Make sure you have the proper information. Make sure that you are prepared with the data, and that when you're giving them an estimate of numbers, that you're actually giving them some valuable information to do with what houses like they're sold in their marketplace, rather than saying, oh yeah, I just think that I can get this for your property. So you want to make sure that you are prepared with the data and you can back up your numbers. And the next one, be yourself. Let your enthusiasm shine through. And if you're an enthusiastic professional and you're an agent that is really looking forward to selling their house, that will show, and that will be reflected in the way that you give your presentation. And number 8, avoid any negative remarks about anything. So even if you don't like the carpet, you may not like the kitchen, you don't have to pretend, you don't have to lie, you don't have to say, I love your kitchen. Find something you do love about that house. Find something that you like, and say, I always tell my agents, 5 nice things. Say at least 5 nice things about the property. I love the lawn. I love your landscaping. And it should be genuine. I love the layout of this property. Wow, this house is just fantastic for, it's got a lot of space for somebody. Whatever it is that you like about that property, be thinking about that and say some nice and positive things. You don't have to talk about anything that you don't like, and that's probably a good thing, unless it's broken. Again, if it's broken and you know that, hey, look, you've got a leak in your roof that should be fixed before you sell the property. I mean, that's a different conversation. Okay. And another thing is, Number 10, don't commit to things that you can't, uh, keep. So in other words, if you tell them, I'm going to have a photographer out here on Tuesday to take photos of your property, and you don't know if that photographer can or cannot make it on Tuesday, just say, look, I have a professional photographer. I don't know their schedule. I'll have to give them a call, and I can get back to you on that. And then, I can come pick up a key from you on this time. Don't ever tell somebody you're going to be somewhere or that you're going to show up for an appointment and then not show up. That's just not okay. And then the last thing is that I have on the list is just don't outdo your welcome. If they want to ask you for tea and cookies and whatever it is, you're a professional. You have appointments, and you can say, oh, gee, I thank you so much for asking. I'm all set. And keep your presentation clear, concise, and you should be able to finish it within an hour. So if you've done everything that you should, and you've avoided all the don'ts in this listing presentation, you should have a pretty good in. So good luck, folks, and I hope you get that listing. Take care.